process of taking macro photos with the Nikon D7000 and the important settings to achieve great results. 1. Equipment selection. Use a macro lens to get close and detailed shots. Consider using a stand or tripod to prevent blur due to vibrations. 2. Distance and focus. Get close to your subject to fill the frame with detail. Turn on AFS mode for static objects, AFC for moving ones. 3. Aperture. Use a small aperture number for a large depth of field. However, remember that a very small aperture can result in loss of detail due to diffraction. 4. Shutter and exposure. Choose a low ISO to reduce noise. Use a tripod for long exposure photography. If necessary, use a flash or light source for additional brightness. 5. White balance. Set the white balance depending on the light source to avoid unwanted casts. 6. Framing. Pay attention to the composition and placement of elements in the frame. Experiment with camera angles for interesting and unique perspectives. 7. Focus. Manually adjust focus for better control, especially if autofocus is struggling. 8. Working with depth of field. Create a dramatic background blur to highlight your main subject. Experiment with different distances between the subject and the background. 9. Checking and editing. After shooting, carefully check the results on your computer. Use editing programs such as Adobe Lightroom to improve contrast, saturation, and detail. 10. Experimentation and creativity. Don't be afraid to experiment with different settings and techniques. Shoot in different lighting conditions for variety. Macro photography opens up a wonderful world of detail, so enjoy the process and let your creativity blossom.
Yeah.